Man.
I did not look at the ABV. I just drank them.
Yeah.
It was ugly.
Man.
It's going, so we can just continue on talking.
Right on.
I'm gonna bring it up.
When we first released Magdalene, that's 9.6%, and we serve in the 12-ounce glass. But I sat down in the bar, drank 4 of them, and in a pretty regular amount of time, and I don't know. Next thing, it was 3 in the morning, and I was at Midtown, and I came in the next day. I was like, limit 2 on the Magdalene, and no more than 2 in the tasting room. But yeah,
I did. I just sat there, and I wasn't paying close enough attention to it. But I knocked back like 5 of those carrot cakes, and that was a. Whenever I stood up, I was like, oh, all right, now I kind of know what I'm getting into.
Yeah. So that means you liked it.
Yeah, I'm glad it's 5 o'clock.
Yeah, right. That beer's gone, man. I think Old Chicago, North Little Rock has a little bit.
Do they?
That's it. Yeah. But we brewed coffee cake today.
Did you? Mm-hmm. The return of coffee cake. Awesome.
The return. Yep, I'm excited about it.
I'm almost done with this, fellas, but y'all can just keep on going.
Oh, no worries. We'll just sit here and riff for a while.
That's right.
That's fine.
Haven't seen Jess in a minute, so
that's true, man. That's true.
a lot of catching up to do.
Do you still live? Where do you live?
This
is live, so.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Be careful.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you should say.
I still live in the same spot. I'll say that.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I still live in the same spot. I'm about to move, though.
Don't give your address. Yeah. Okay. That's funny.
I may or may not live within walking distance of Flyway.
I can't believe you drank that many carrot cakes. That makes me happy.
Yeah. Then I walked home.
Yeah.
I was very grateful. I was grateful for the walking.
Yeah. That beer was fun to make, man. We put a bunch of raisins, golden raisins, and it was when Tim Berkeley was one of the brewers, and I shredded 25 pounds of carrots, and he just the whole time he was putting them in, he was just giggling as he was dumping them in the mash tun. He was like, "This is ridiculous," but it worked out.
Yeah, there was a ton of flavor.
It worked out. It really tasted like carrot cake. It was crazy. It was fun though. Yeah.
All right, there we go. What's this I hear about carrot cake?
We do a traditional cake series at Flyway, and it's based off of recipes, actually recipe cards, and I have all the recipe cards of cakes from the women in my family. So they, basically church social, family reunion type cakes. I come from a family of bakers, all women, for get-togethers with family and church and all that. And Matt and I started trying to brew. We came up with the idea, let's try and choose 4 cakes, make it a seasonal offering, and try and brew it into a beer. So we have a carrot cake. Was the first time we brewed it ever.
And these are based off your family recipes?
Yeah, so the carrot cake recipe is my stepmother's, and we have the recipe card in her handwriting, so we take that.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, okay, how can we make a beer taste like that? So we did a Belgian golden ale, and we put golden raisins and shredded carrots and cinnamon and vanilla, just like the recipe.
It was really good.
That sounds nuts.
Yeah, all of them have a lot of lactose in them, no matter what. We do a Imperial Red Velvet Ale. So it's my mom's Red Velvet cake recipe that she actually won a ribbon at one of the county fairs in Ohio, which is really cool.
Oh, where in Ohio?
Originally from Columbus.
You are?
Yep.
I'm originally from Dayton.
Dayton, okay, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I have some family up in Dayton.
Awesome.
Yep. Been in the South most of my life. But,
okay.
Been in Arkansas 3 years, North Carolina most of my life.
Yeah, I was about to say, I knew you lived in North Carolina for a while.
Yeah, 20 years in Asheville, and I grew up in Charlotte. I moved to Charlotte when I was 5 from Ohio.
Okay.
But all my family is still up in Ohio.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I grew up just north of Dayton, a small little town, but I'm approaching the point where I've been down here for almost half my life now.
Yeah, okay.
Off and on. I came down here in around 2003, something like that. But I fell in love with this area. I really did. It took a while. It was culture shock at first, but it took a while. That's really cool. So what?
It was culture shock.
As it would be. As it would be.
Yeah, right.
I remember the first. Well, I first moved here, and I moved to Searcy. So. I remember walking in a Walmart and walking around the corner, and they must have had like a sale on some camo or something, because there was no lie, man. There were 4 or 5 couples that were lined up, and these women were eyeballing these men, like giving them like pointers, like, "Oh yeah, that looks good on you," and I'm just like, "It's all camo. Like, what's going on here?"
So, yeah, it must have been hunting season.
Oh yeah, it was the fall. It was I came down here for school. I originally went to Harding, so yeah, and then just stuck around, man. Cool. So that's cool. You're from Columbus. I didn't know that. Well, originally,
yeah. Got some Buckeye in me. I don't say that very often.
Nor should you down here.
Yeah,
you gotta watch it, man.
And when I first moved here, Matt, who is co-founder and one of my college buddies, closest friends in the world, we did Flyway together, and he told me I couldn't tell people I was a Buckeye.
Oh yeah.
Not in Arkansas. He said I had to keep it to myself.
I believe it, man.
That's Matt Foster just being super nice.
Yeah, right.
He's one of the nicest people in the world. That's really just him being like, "Hey, man, you really probably shouldn't tell me."
Yeah, that's right.
Don't do it.
We're trying to open a business here. You can't tell people.
Keep that to yourself, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Brett was telling me that you're from, or he met Ashley in Birmingham. So, are you guys from there? Or?
No, we're from Hot Springs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley was doing theater in Birmingham. She was doing the children's theater over there, and that's when they met. And Brett, it's actually cool. Like, Brett couldn't go home for Thanksgiving because it was like too short of a time, too short of a time when they couldn't afford a plane ticket, and so he was going to drive his car. And we met him. My sister brought him to Thanksgiving after they'd been dating for like a couple of weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's.
And he was instantly the largest person there. I'm the tallest. Yeah. I'm the tallest person in my family.
Are you serious?
Yeah. And so when Brett rolled in,
you just towered up.
That's
a big guy.
He's a foot taller than anyone else.
That's great.
That's awesome. Well, even if we don't have anyone tune in during this live stream, I wanted to, because it was a good cause. If you want to talk a little bit about what we're drinking here for anyone who ends up watching it later on, might click on it.
Well, this is a great program. It's either the 3rd, or Slade said it might be the 4th.
I can't remember.
Stones Throw, Theron at Stones Throw heads it up, and it's Ales for ALS. And for some reason, I think it may be the 4th year now. I know we did it at Damn Good. I think we did it at Rebel Cattle. We may have done it at Stones Throw. I don't know for sure. And then we did it this year.
So this is the 4th year.
This is the 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but
it's hard to tell when this is what you're drinking.
It's a neat program. ALS. It's research. It's to help fund research for ALS.
Okay.
And Hop Union. They partner with Hop Union and send out to whoever wants it, whoever wants to do the program, a hop blend of experimental hops, and it's a pretty complicated blend of some unique, cool stuff. And then brewers in other states, and it's all through. You'll see it a lot on Facebook. If you do Ales for ALS on Facebook.
Ales for ALS.
Ales for ALS. Okay. And brewers get together and brew a beer, and then launch it at all the different breweries, and proceeds go to ALS research.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
that's really cool. So the breweries in Little Rock team up, and is it just in this area in Little Rock, or do they do it across the country?
They do it across the country.
Yeah, it's like every state will have a collaboration between multiple breweries.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so I remember because I've had one in Texas before as well.
Okay.
That was like a collaboration between all of the Houston breweries. It was just kind of a cool thing, and it was. I mean, it's an interesting idea, and it gets the collaboration going, which I think is really necessary to keep building a culture.
That's right. That's a big part of it for me. Is not only are we supporting ALS, but all the guys, all the brewers from all the breweries in town and Central Arkansas, Hot Springs as well, all came in a Flyway. And we're there for the day and brewed a beer together, and everybody brought a certain amount of grains, pitched in either yeast or grains or whatever, and we made this beer that turned out pretty good.
Man, I have to say, you know how they say your taste buds change every 7 years or so? Yeah. I feel like I'm going through that phase because I have not liked hoppy beers in the past, like vehemently. I'm just opposed to hoppy beers. But I had one, and I'm not just saying this because it's you guys. I had one, I think I told you.
Yeah, you
from
did.
Sweetwater, and it was the tropical, it was a pineapple or something.
The Going Coastal.
Yes, the IPA. And it was the first IPA that I had that I'm like, why do I like this? This is not, this shouldn't be happening. And then I've been moving towards being more open to trying IPAs and hoppy beers lately. And so when you told me about this, I was kind of excited because I'm like, maybe I'll like it. I've had a few sips of this. It's got something that's real warm on the back, like malty almost. Like it's not as pine coney. As
it's got a lot of balance to it. That's what
it does. Yeah, it's good, man.
When you see that balance out like that, I mean, IPAs traditionally are brewed to be out of balance. They're not supposed to be in balance, right?
Well, you can hide the imperfections,
you want the hops to blast you away.
Yeah.
With the beer like this, obviously they balanced it out, and you can really kind of appreciate those front end hops without them tearing up your palate.
Yeah, it really isn't. I really like that. It's you taste it on the front end, but it's not lingering like it normally does with a super hoppy beer. Really enjoy it.
Good.
So yeah, we went through this because we were just in the middle of talking and just rolled right into it. But for those who tuned in, and for future reference, you are one of the co-owners of Flyway Brewing in Little Rock, and Slade is the beer rep for Sweetwater, which just came to Arkansas not too long ago, right?
In March, yeah.
In March, okay.
So we've been at it for a little while, but
awesome.
Still pretty new.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is what we're going to be doing, folks. This is the podcast for today. As I say, every single time, thanks so much for tuning in and listening. If you end up watching this later on after I post it, I really appreciate it. You can still, send questions to me. If I get them during the podcast, I'll throw them out there. We're going to end the live stream, though, and go into the audio part. Thanks so much. Really, really appreciate it. Jess and Slade, like I said, Flyway Brewing and Sweetwater Company out of Georgia, right?
Atlanta, yeah.
Atlanta. Awesome. So thanks again, folks.